Awesome. Love it. Enjoy it. I wish it just continued and kept on playing.
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
You were trying to get into the spirit.
I'm already in the zone, man. I'm already in the zone.
Yeah.
Excited.
How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so good. Good to be here. Good to be talking to you. I've been looking forward to having this chat. So I'm feeling good that I'm with you finally.
Yeah, we are here finally. We've been talking about this for a couple of days now.
Yes,
but here we are, and Pretoria is hot, man.
Yeah, it's hot. Pretoria is hot. And then, what can you say? Yeah? We are close to the other province.
How is it compared to Durban?
Okay.
Durban and Witbank, I know you are from both of the side there.
So I'm from Durban, originally born in Durban. It's hot, but the good thing is that there's a beach. So it can't compare. Well, and the weather changes every now and then. You know, it's hot, it's humid, but it's very fun. When you're in Durban, it's like you're in holiday.
Is it?
Yeah. Even if you stay there. You know, so it's always good. Because you always see new people coming. You know, people like you always visiting.
And what about Witbank?
Okay, Witbank. Okay, I've never stayed in Witbank, right? So Witbank, I've done events there.
Okay.
So I know Witbank. Like I've done events everywhere. I mean, I've done events in Polokwane, I've done events in Venda, Nelspruit. I've done in fact, I thought you were from Nelspruit initially.
No, I'm from Taung, Northwest.
All right. Oh, now I get it. I get it. No, so, but I've been in Pretoria since 2000. You know, I came here to study. I found a wife and I settled down. That's a very short story, but it's a good story.
No, thank you, my brother. Would you like to give a shout out to the viewers there?
Thank you so much. Shout out to everyone who's watching. So exciting. I'm chilling here with Neo. We're doing gospel chat. You know, so I'm very excited. We're going to talk about great things. So make sure you listen and then, interact with us. Always interact. What you're hearing, what we're talking about, get back to us, contact us, and then, you know, let us know what you think of a show. And then if there's more that we can improve, let us know. But I'm so excited about this time. I'm
sure people are asking, why am I holding this book in my hand? This is one of my favorite books from David D. He's a pastor. He's a man of the Lord. He's a husband. He's also a musician and an author. Yeah. How has it been? I think you have like 9 books.
Yeah. So this year we are releasing 2 books, so it's going to complete 10 books. So I've got 10 books. That's what I say. I'm writing the 10th book, which is The Power of Prayer. It has taken me 5 years to write this book. When you write about prayer or relationship, you have to live it. I wanted to write a book about finance and about being rich. And I realized that I must wait a little bit because I'm still accumulating, I'm still making the money. Because you want to write about what you know and what you are living. So I've written about marriage because we are married 16 years in marriage now. You know, this year we're going to be celebrating 17 years. So I can write about that. So I wrote about music because I was a praise and worship leader for 15 years. So I know what is happening. So I wrote about music business because I've got a business company that does, you know, events and that does recording, and all the videos that people see on TV, they are done by our company. So it's good to write about that because I'm writing about what I know. So we've got 10 books. This one took me longer because I didn't know how to pray in the beginning. So I had to figure out how to pray, read the books, practice it. It's an exciting journey, and I can't wait for the book to come out in Easter. And then, you're holding one of my first book. Now, the testimony of the music ministry, I wrote it on a phone because I didn't own a laptop back then. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have a laptop. I had a Motorola phone. So instead of being busy on BBM, I was busy writing a book.
Speaking about the first book, this is our first episode on YouTube, actually.
Oh,
so
lovely.
We need to talk about that. You are the first guest here. I'm so blessed to have you here.
Thank you. It shows you really love me. I thought you were lying when you told me. I love you and I appreciate you, my man. You know, I'm feeling so much love. Thank you for YouTube, of course. This is a great platform. You know, but thank you for having me. I'm so excited and to talk about books, music, you know, to talk about ministry. I'm looking forward to that.
The music ministry, Nigenske Bala, I went through it and I picked up some few things there. Okay. You spoke about how you started the choir and how some people, they came and they can't sing.
Don't expose me now because They might know I'm talking about them.
But it's in the book. It's in the book.
Okay, so my music journey began really in 2000 or early 99, 2000. But when I started working with choirs at church, I realized that there's a difference between a worship team and a choir. Worship team can be like a group of 6 people, the ones who are leading the whole service. The choir, everyone goes there. So I was given a task to start a choir. So when I made an invite, I said, if you can sing, please come. Man, the people that came, it was like, I understand those who do auditions, but I've never done auditions. At church, everyone can sing. We'll have to figure out, I might just say, just take it down a little bit. Sing soft. But in the beginning, when people who can't sing, I had to learn how to teach them. Funny enough, some of those people, they are singers now. Like there's one guy, he's actually in the US, he's an artist. If I can actually show you his Facebook page, you will not believe he's one of the guys I talked about that he could not sing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you just need a little bit of faith. So church is a good place to start. So I started with choirs. I've done probably over 5 or 10 choirs, starting from 5 people to 30 people. So I know how to recruit. I know how to train voices. I know how to, with the gowns and everything.
And you have about 4 albums, which are your seasons.
Oh, yes.
Re go bona pele diaparo tsa di motorbike.
Oh, yes. That was season 1.
That was season 1.
Season 1 in 2010. So we call them season because we always have concert that we call season concert. So we do like number of maybe 10 concerts, then we do a recording. So we had a season 1 in 2010. It had motorbikes. It was not my idea. But when the motorbikes were there, I was like, man, I'm going to have to ride this thing. So we had motorbikes, Harley Davidsons, very loud, very fun. Now the crowd didn't know there was going to be motorbikes. Now imagine you've got like 1,000 people packed in the theater. They just came to see a show. They expected me to come maybe up at a suit,
sing, and
sing.
then that's it.
No, suddenly, I was like, what's going on here? They were like, then the bikes, they came in on stage. We had a first bike like for kids. Like there was a small guy, I think he was 15 years old. So he had a tiny bike, so he came first. And people were like laughing, what's going on here?
And the kid is playing around or something.
Then those big ones, they came. So we did that. My wardrobe director, the guy was actually doing all the images, wear like this, wear boots. Then that's how the image started. I had a suit that I was prepared to wear, but he said, no, everyone is wearing suits.
You just have to be different.
Do something different, because I was doing different music. We compose all the music. If I sing a song that is known, I'm just doing it for the sake of people to relate, but I love to compose new music. So 2010 was the first album, live album. Then 2013 was the second one. 2017 was the third one. Then this year we released the final one.
The final one. And speaking about the final one, do you see growth if you can check back then to your season 1 in terms of the fans and how people have been interacting with you?
I think there's growth. I'm finally sitting with you. I'm finally having, interviews with Neo. So it was not going to happen if I didn't continue, if I stopped at season 2. So there is growth. I think there is growth that for me as an artist, I'm growing. If you listen to season 1, by the way, the music is available online, which is easily accessible. But if you listen to the season 1, you'll tell I'm still trying to figure out myself, But when you listen to season 4, I'm more matured. I'm a pastor now. I'm not trying to please anybody. I'm just trying to pass the message. Hope you like it. If you don't like it, well, there's nothing I can do, but I'm not going to change. So this album's got a lot of worship, a lot of ballad, because remember I'm writing a prayer book, so I do a lot of prayers now. So it goes with so it's grown. I'm not sure in terms of fans. I don't look at people as fans. Fans, they come and go. When you are winning an award, they love you. As soon as there's a scandal, they hate you. So fans are not really, it's like in a soccer team. You don't have, fans, they are here when you're winning. And then when you are going down in the league, they don't. So supporters and family and friends, that's better. Okay. So I always try to convert fans into supporters. Supporters, they buy your book even if they don't think you're an author, but because it's you.
It's you.
Yeah. If I release a shoe, like I'm going to be going to fashion, make an example, they will buy the shoes, because they are your supporters. Supporters, they are with you through thick and thin, up and down. So I would say the the supporters have grown, definitely. Some people, they're not going to say it publicly because they think I'm controversial. They're not going to say they support.
Okay. You mentioned your music is available on digital. Recently, we've noticed that the hard copies won't be available anymore in terms of music closing down in South Africa and all that. Are you affected by that?
Big time. Big time. When the music world changed from vinyls, which was those big records,
big ones,
it moved to cassettes, people lost their minds. Then cassettes disappeared, people lost their minds. We went to CDs. Now CDs are getting finished, we are still losing our minds. Why? Because the world is evolving. But the difficult thing about the gospel industry specifically is that we have not migrated to online stores. We still want CDs. In a secular world, it's different. People have, they're buying the music, online. They are kind of like they're used to that. So it's gonna be a difficult change, Somebody came to the recording season 4, they said, no, I just want to hold it. I want the CD. I said, look, I'm not gonna print even one copy. It's no longer there. It's gone, it's finished. Some cars don't even have CD players anymore.
So when you recorded the season 4, you already decided you wouldn't be.
We were looking at the ways. We're looking at the ways.
Because I think nowadays people are using the USB and all that.
So now we've decided we're just going to go USB. Also, the interesting thing about online, there are probably 2 known online stores where you can buy, which is Apple Music and Amazon. The rest are streaming. So streaming is basically, it means the song belongs to the store. You're just going to have when you pay monthly subscription, like when you're on Netflix or whatever monthly subscription you pay, they want you to pay so that you can listen to music. So it's a bit unfair because, it's artists that you like. For you to keep getting that music, you must always keep your monthly subscription. If you stop a monthly subscription, the music, it will not be available on your device. So everything is going to streaming. There was Google Play, which was for Android. It's no longer there. Now it's YouTube Music. Guess what they do? They don't sell you the song. Stream the song. So which means you need to sort of have Wi-Fi or download it offline. So it's quite a new world. To see what I just said now, the ordinary music lover is like, just give me a CD, man. This thing of streaming and downloading.
It's not for me.
Not for me. Yeah.
Okay.
And it takes a lot of data. If you're going to stream the music with data, it's going to be...
And we are in the middle of a pandemic.
In the middle of a pandemic, so we can't even do shows. So someone was asking me, season 4, is it going to be a launch? Are you going to do something? So we are praying and hoping that with talks of vaccine and the talks of, flattening the curve, people are going back to work, everything is going back to normal, we'll do outdoor shows. Because you can't do a show for 20 people or, whatever, a few people wearing masks, they can't even scream, because we need to observe all the protocol. But we can't wait for this, pandemic to be over, to be behind us, which I think vaccine will help. Then we can go back to the good time. Yeah. And I got your message to say, you're watching one of the videos. It's, man, I wish we can just pass this thing. Yeah. We just want to dance again.
I think, we all want to dance again. We all want to gather again. But then talking about the tours, are you going to do maybe the whole provinces or you're just going to be selective cities? I know it can be expensive and there are no gigs.
Yeah, it can be expensive. So the tour, I'll go where they love me, of course. Just kidding. I'll go. My target is to do small towns. So we did a recording in Delmas. Somebody asked me, where's Delmas? Are you in South Africa or where? I said, look, Delmas is in South Africa next to Israel. There, it's in Mpumalanga, but it's just next to Israel. It's very close by, not far from that place, that site. I mean, we will do small towns. So I will do, your I don't want to mention town because someone said, oh, you say our town is small. I will do small towns, not cities. Cities is when it's Joburg or Durban. Yeah. So I think I would love to do small towns. Why? Because there's less competition. When you go to a small town, like I've stayed in Newcastle before. It's growing, but it's a small town. So you're not going to find New Metro, Stekeniko, with all the entertainment things, State Theatre, everything there. You're not going to find that. So there's few things to do. So when you bring a show there, the competition or the fact that people can go to too many things, it's less. So people are going to be able to come to our shows. And we want to open a platform to upcoming artists. I'm always looking for a talent. Say like a saxophone I was playing today, great, he can probably feature on the next song that I do. So I like that. I like to fresh talent, feature someone, and then, so small town, that's where the talent is, man.
And you'll find people who are still trying to find their on their feet and the raw talent there. So let's hope it's going to happen anytime soon.
It's going to, as we're entering winter, I want to start. I want to see if we can do shows in winter because we want to do outdoors. So we're running away from rain, running away from heat. So when it's nice and cold, we can have hot chocolate, with your boss rolls and a nice live music on there with the social distancing. So I'm excited. I can already picture it, with small parks, people in small towns. So we're going to be rolling out and going out there. So people should look out for that. And I'm into soul winning. So the reason I'm doing outside, for those who don't want to come.
You're also doing a revival.
A revival. I'll be Jesus on the microphone. Even if I don't want to come, you'll hear me from your house. So I've got this desire to win 1 million people in my lifetime to the Lord. So I think doing outdoors is one of the great ways to spread the gospel. Some people, I heard of a story of one of the famous preachers that he got born again. He was kind of drunk in a shebeen somewhere. So there was a crusade close by. Yeah. So then somebody was saying, if you want to, you might be drunk, you might be in your house somewhere, just repeat after me. And he repeated. and then he got born again like that. And he's a powerful preacher now.
Wow.
So when I heard that story, I'm thinking, it's about people lifting your hands. No. As long as they've heard that God loves them, and then to come into their heart, then I think that's the beginning. So I'm excited about it.
I also think it comes to you guys as pastors. When you call an altar call, people tend to think you are recruiting them.
Yes. It can feel like that. Some people are scared of going in front. If you came with your girlfriend, what does it mean? What does it mean for us? Is it over? So it's a bit tough, this public thing. But the Bible says you must acknowledge the Lord publicly.
Amen.
So I think some people, they take courage. So you give your life to Christ privately, maybe whispering it, but as you grow, then you become bold. And then you start telling people, hey, my love, by the way, so no more kissing.
No more kissing, no more what.
No more what, you see. So it's quite an interesting dynamics, but we do altar call. It's not scriptural to say people must come in front. It's not like it's a bad thing, but there's no in the Bible, let them lift their hands. We do it just for them to acknowledge and the people around them to see with, okay, Neo today is born again. But
it's a new creation.
Yeah, but for me, I think the important thing is to get a word. As long as you hear that God loves you, you can have a relationship with Him. As long as you get that information and then agree to have a relationship with Him, I see it.
Because it's a personal relationship. You don't have to call Pastor David or no people saying it's at the end of the day.
And sometimes we do it for people so that we can help them again. Like maybe they're going to, like a church, we've got a book that we give for free to people who are born again. It just helps you 100 days of a new believer. You must do this, you must do that. Because some people don't know. We think people know, but they don't know. So I got born again. I thought I was going to heaven that night. Because the preacher, he's going to come like a thief. I said, oh, Zosala. Then I went, and then I got born again. I remember that night I was putting a nice T-shirt, hoping the roof is going to open. I shared in one of my books. He didn't come that night. He didn't come. One of the nights, I literally had to pack an extra plastic, to say, in case he comes, I must have different T-shirts. That shows that people got born again for all types of reasons. He didn't come a month later. Well, he has not come. I'm here now. But I was 13 years old by then. So then I backslided, Then I went back to, I got born again at 13. Then at 14, 15, I was just back in the world, living like a crazy young person. But when I went back to God at 18, I knew that I'm born again because He loves me. Yeah. It's not about the ticket to heaven only. Yes, I'll go to heaven, but He loves me, and I must win other people.
It was because of His love. You mentioned you got born again at 13. It's been maybe 2-3 decades now.
Yeah. I got born again at the early age, and my brother was doing a crusade. So I'm a crusade, believer. So there was a crusade in KZN. My brother had brought his friends from university, I was 13 years old. Now, I'm a pastor's kid, number one. So at church, they always preach, but I never got the importance of saying yes to Jesus. Because, okay, I'm saved. I'm already at church. I'm already,
Your
singing.
parents are
Yeah, they are born
pastors,
again. I'm
they are
singing
born
solos
again,
every now and then. So when my brothers, older brother and his friends, when they made the altar call to say, no, you must make a decision. Your mother can't do it for you. Your friends can't do it for you. It's a personal relationship with God. Then I said, and then they brought the whole thing with, he's coming very soon. He can come tonight. He can come tomorrow. He comes like a thief. Then I thought, whoa, I don't want to be left behind.
So you took that like they were kind of scaring you.
Well, no, a 13-year-old, it's kind of scary, but also you just don't want to be left behind because they made heaven sound like it's a place to be, man. Because when you grow up there, you're thinking, we're just I'm thinking, I want to go there. But if it's coming tonight, I won't go.
Yeah.
Then I was under pressure. I didn't listen much about love and other things. So I got born again to go to heaven. I just wanted to write my name in a book of life. So I did that. It was nice. First night, he didn't come. Second night, I would wear a nice t-shirt and say, okay, I'm ready to go to heaven. He didn't come. I actually shared it in our born again book that we give to people for free.
Okay.
I give them so that they understand why you're born again, So he never came. A month later, few months later, I backslided. I thought, I'm quitting. Every time I'm waiting.
So you are backsliding. What led you to that?
Well, when you're 15, you're trying to get a girlfriend. You're trying to, you're just trying to everything.
To be a teenager.
To be a teenager. You drink for the first time. You smoke for the first time. Then I had this gospel thing. I'm a Christian. But Mudimo hardly. So I'm thinking, okay, I might as well just, just live my life. When you backslide, you don't see you're backsliding. You're thinking you're just, it's normal. Because remember, where I came from, in KZN there were not a lot of 15-year-old strong Christians. When we go there, we go because maybe our parents say we must go.
Every Sunday, it's a norm.
Yeah, and it's a norm, and then we are just making noise. Because you can't even hear what the preacher is saying. He's sweating, he's shouting. What is he talking about? And then you are busy playing. When you are young, we never really understood. Then I backslided. After backsliding, I actually hated church.
Wow.
I didn't want to be called a pastor's kid.
Reason being?
No, because I thought it's just lie. It's just, Jesus is not coming. They don't want us to drink. They don't want us to go to clubs. They should have just told us straight we shouldn't party, but to scare us about this gospel. So for me, I thought it was the whole just lie. My parents didn't want me to have a girlfriend. I said, no. Then I went full force in everything, with friends where we would say, oh, let's compete, see if we're going to get a new girlfriend every week. But that's the topic for another day. But you see, I'm talking how we.
Yeah.
So, but I got born again. I got rededicated my life to God. Through a girlfriend I was trying to chase.
Wow.
You see? So God will use your weakness. The powerful woman. So she said, if you want my numbers, it will get again. I said, oh, it's easy. I'm a Christian too. Then I came to church, and the pastor was preaching, man. I don't know, maybe umzalwane, but you're not living like a Christian. Come back to God. I found myself in front. Now I'm like 17 years old.
That moment there, you went to the front because you wanted to impress the lady?
No.
Or
no,
no,
the preacher preached good. I must give it to him. No, I felt like, I shouldn't live like this. I must really have a relationship with God. Then I went in front. I didn't care if I get the numbers or not. And then I gave my life to Christ again, or rededicated. Then only to discover that she was my cousin.
Wow. Nice.
Then I realized that it's God. Because then what happens when we met? Then she started telling me, oh, my brother is married to, this lady. I said, oh, but that's my aunt. Then I realized, okay, God used her, But I never looked back. So that was back then. Then in 1999, I moved to Pretoria. I was just a Christian then. I said no more. So last time I drank alcohol was 99. Yeah, I got drunk of alcohol was 99. I always shared that at church. I used to drink a lot. So when I see, I'll drink and I don't know my name. Like if you ask me what time is it, I just don't care. So, but God helped me. So when I see people who drink, I understand. you know, and of course I give them a chance. They are still living, you know, in that world. But God can turn around. If He can turn my life, He can turn anyone's life, you know. So I gave my life, but also music played a big role in me not going back. Because remember, I liked nice things.
Music and all.
Yeah. So when I got saved or rededicated my life and I came to Pretoria, I was in a church that sang and that allowed people to sing. Then I sang. Then I never looked back. That's where I am
Here
today.
you are today,
Yeah.
a pastor, an author, a husband.
Amen.
How do you balance all that?
Great question. Yeah.
Faith, a husband, a pastor.
Great question. Now I don't know about fame, but how I balance being a pastor who is an artist and an author, it's very difficult because being in ministry, it's about souls. Being in the music industry is about sales. Now, how do you separate souls and sales? Souls, you must do it for free. Sales, nothing is for free. Now, I'm one person. How do I turn myself? You know, so it has taken since 2010 to 2020. I battle because some people say, "Oh, come and preach," you know, which there's no budget, isn't it? Because when you're preaching with Olebuha, with whatever, but now when you're there, it's like, "Oh, that song," you know, like that song. Then you are performing now, you know. Then you realize, "Oh, I didn't want to perform because when I'm performing, I'm supposed to get paid. I'm supposed to preach. When I'm preaching, then they can thank me." So it's been a struggle for me. And it's a question that I would love to hear from artists and pastors like Soli Mahlangu, who've been artists and now they're pastors, and how they balance. But normally they leave the artistry on the side and then they focus a lot on ministry, if that's the call. So it's very difficult, but it's easy to maintain the relationship. I'm very close to my wife. We do everything together. So we're leading a business together. We're leading a church together. So we do everything together. So wherever I go, she was supposed to be here, but I said, "Look, you can stay home for today." But we always go together, you know. Well, so it's easy to balance a relationship.
That's good. I think that's why you wrote that
the power couple.
The power couple.
Yes, that you must get. Every single person and every married person must get that book.
No, I'll try to get it. Maybe it can show me one or two things that I need to do.
I've got some good testimonies, so I know you'll also testify.
Oh, no, that's good, Muruti. That's good. And I appreciate your time. 2010 and 2021 now, like,
yeah.
How has your life changed? How has your life grown in terms of being a music and a pastor? If you can recall, this moment, we are in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah.
And then there are no gigs. There's nothing.
Yeah. No, it's very tough. 2010, I started my career with the first album. Very exciting to be on TV. You know, when I saw myself on TV for the first time, I called people, "Turn your TV on, turn it." Now, literally, I said to say I can be on TV and change the channel. Not because I don't like the song, but because it's every day.
It's every day.
You know, and thank God for that. You know, I can be on radio. And then before, when I would be on radio, I would be calling people, "Oh, I'm on this station." Now I can be on radio. Maybe I need to jump into a meeting. I'll leave my song, switch off the phone, the TV, the radio, and rush to a meeting. So when I started 2010, it was very exciting. I thought I was going to be a millionaire immediately. You know, it didn't happen like that. When I did a second album, I thought, "Oh, it's going to be better." Season 2, we wrote songs like Inhliziyo Yami. It was exciting. And then when we did season 3, we did a rooftop on top of Johannesburg there. So I thought, definitely, I'm flying high. I'm not going down, you know. And then the pandemic came. It just shut everything down from, 2020 to 21. I think the last music event or activity I've done was in February 2020. Now we're in February 2021. There's not been an invite. There's not been, I'm talking about like a music thing. For church, of course, there's work. But in music, it's been shut down.
And how have you been surviving all that without gigs? And I know that you are an independent artist.
It's very tough.
And
very
there are a lot of struggles having to get airplay or in TV as an independent artist. How has it been ever since you being in the industry? if you can just take us through that, we know or we hear people are talking about you need to belong to a certain radio label and all that.
Cool.
On your side, how has it been?
No, it's true. To be an independent artist, it means you own everything, and then it becomes very difficult. The industry has been monopolized. The word monopoly, which means there's one or two people who are owning the industry, and then they decide next week it's your artist to win awards. Next year it's you. Next year it's me. So the rest of the people, no matter how good you are, you'll never get to be in that stage.
What's your idea about awards? If I can just press you
no, why you doing this to me now? Awards in two ways. It's to recognize the work, but also another way, it's just hyping fake, artists who are not even artists. Like people who, you've got one hit song, then you've got 10 awards. Then you can't give any, you can't release anything after that. So artists get depressed because you're thinking, I just want 10 awards. How come my life is just keep dropping like this? So, but also on the other hand, it's positive because it appreciates people. I've never really been part of awards, and I don't have any negative thing about
you don't even have one award?
No awards. I've done interviews, people say, they say, oh, award winning. I said, I wish I could correct them, but it's okay. For me, because I'm doing gospel music, I thought gospel music should be measured by fruits, but fruits can't be awards. In my perspective, the fruit in gospel should be one of the things. Number one, souls. How many souls are you winning?
In a year, in a month.
In a year, in a month. How much good are you doing in a community? Have you helped anyone? But to be appreciated. So if somebody can say, I'm giving you an appreciation award, I will not say no. That's pride. But I will not take out a cent to be appreciated because we spend. Each album you spend between 300 to 500,000. One album. If it's a live album. So why would I spend then money for you to appreciate me? So if you want to give the awards, thank God, because out of the 4 albums, I've spent over $1 million, right? So now imagine I have to take out money now for somebody to appreciate me spending $1 million.
Wait, you take out money for you to get an award?
Well, for entries, some of the entries you must pay for it. Wow. Number one.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you know that. No, but for you to, it's called admin fee, I guess. Let's put it innocently. Admin fee you must pay to. So it's not a fair play. It's not like we'll check how many viewership you've got. We'll not check how many CDs you sold. No, you can have someone with the most powerful song, losing the award to someone who's in a big company. Because a big company has organized, no, today, this year we are getting it. Doesn't matter if Neo is like having a top-rated, show. Doesn't matter. So awards for me, it's appreciate, but also on the other side, it can hype something that is not there yet. Like I know people who won awards before the albums were out.
Wow.
Yeah, like the album is still in the studio, but the person is winning.
Awards.
Yeah, I won a newcomer, won a best mix. I'm thinking, how did you have not mixed it? But artists know that. We know that. Because you buy some of this appreciation. For me, it shouldn't be like that. But look, I'm not into changing the industry. Let them enjoy. I think it's fun, to gather together in fellowship. But I think we can do more community work. Imagine if we take that same amount that goes to those production and then we build a school in some farm place there. Imagine if we build a library or something. Wow. So that's how I think. But remember, some people, they need to be tapped in the shoulder. You have done well. I know I've done well. Like the 4 albums, I know how much you've spent. I know the sweat. I know the hard work. You don't really need an award.
And you have been consistent in all your 4 albums. And I believe this is the last one.
This is the last season 4.
Yeah.
So in future, maybe there will be singles. There will be other form of recording. But I will not be doing any season 5. Okay. But I'm not quitting music. Someone is asking, does it mean there's no more singing? I'm still going to sing, but I don't want to be under pressure of releasing season 5. So if you have a song, maybe we can do a song together. Maybe I'll sing.
You mentioned, Jorge, you are into raw talent, independent musician.
Yeah.
Do you have any that you are working with currently?
Okay, currently I'm writing songs for artists. So somebody will call and say, oh, I like Moin, can you write me something like that? You know, normally we don't tweet about that, or we don't, I mean, it's private. You just write a song and then you give them, and then they practice it, and then they go to studio. But so far, we're just working behind the scenes. I'm only, since it's 21, the album just came out. I'm only going to be focusing on the tour. Going on a tour, and then the music will be available, of course, online, and we'll do memory sticks, and you know, there's USBs and other ways. But that's what I'm going to focus on. I guess in 22, 23, we'll then have to look at other projects. I always wanted to work with a choir. I wanted to recruit a choir from Ekasi, get 100 people, and then do a single. Do a single, or let them feature other artists, you know. So I've always had ideas that I couldn't do when I was doing season 4 or season 1, 2, 3, because it was always about David D. But now I can just be about music. So I think we'll be working on different things as time goes on,
Okay. No, thank you. But before I could let you go, just tell the viewers how they can get hold of your music, how they can get hold of the books. This is my favorite book, people.
It's the only book you've read. Thank you so much. When you said I want the book, I was like, wow, he's going to read it. And you read it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. So people can get hold of me on social media. We are available everywhere. We're available on Facebook, David, D-E-E-S-A, so David D-S-A. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Telegram. In fact, Telegram, we have what we call David D Friends. Okay. It's like a channel. So come in there. That's where I'm going to be releasing most of the information. So we have a tour that is coming in. So I'm not going to just do a CD launch. I'm doing a CD tour. It's going to be outdoors mostly. So it's going to be coming into a town near you. So when you enjoy good music, look out for those dates when they come soon. But also those who want to maybe call us, we are on WhatsApp. Preferably just send a message if you want to order books or maybe you want to order the music. 073 369 1140. 073 369 1140. Yeah. So we are accessible.
You do reply to the DMs and everything.
I reply. If it's shady, I send a scripture. Say, let me pray for you. You know, remember, I've got the scriptures on. Everything is close by. You know, when you say, want to take me out, okay, what for? Give me the agenda. but I like talking to people, and then people are shocked when we speak. Oh, he's got so much information. So I'm very accessible, and thanks to you that you reached out and now we're talking.
No, thank you for being here with me today. I truly appreciate it.
Excited.
And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, and all the best to the show, and hope you get great ratings.